Greetings, everyone. It is I, Zyther Q Squirrel Muffin, and you're watching the Disney Channel. Wait, no. You are not, in fact, watching the Disney Channel. You are watching me stream. And tonight is more Penny Larceny. Gig Economy Supervillain. Now, we've done one route of this game already. We've finished a route, and, I'm definitely looking forward to more, but the next route, I think, will be the Penny Solo route, which involves working one job for each villain. Now, we've got a saved game. Could work for that. I'm hoping it'll work for that. Going to find out if it works for that. And if it doesn't, then I'll just have to start the game over and try something else. It's fine. But yeah, I have been thinking about the future of gaming here, and I do think that one thing I'm going to be doing is bumping back Starfield in favor of playing games from the Sonic Amateur Games Expo 23. I thought about, would I like to feature the enormous corporate game, or would I like to feature a bunch of goofy little demos, and a bunch of goofy little demos won out. So that's how that's gonna go. Because, you know, last year we found a not inconsiderable amount of really awesome crap playing through Sonic Amateur Games Expo games. And this year the theme is apparently, Into Dreams, or Nights into Dreams, or something. They keep teasing it with their logo. And if that's the case, I want a big, big chunk of that. Also, last year, we managed to play through the Sonic Amateur Games Expo. I played very few games that actually involved, like, Sonic the Hedgehog characters. That was interesting. Maybe we will end up playing more games that involve Sonic characters. Maybe we'll end up playing less games that involve Sonic characters. It was more like, it was more like a Steam platformer demo festival. Except all of the demos we played were largely furry as heck, which, I cannot really consider a downside. Hello, Saria. And thank you for subscribing for 14 out of 14 months. I have no idea how you're doing that. I am grateful for it. They renamed to Summer Amateur Games Expo. I gotta pull up their, Twitter. Page Expo. Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2023. Hosted on Sonic Fan Games HQ. So no, at no point did they rebrand. They definitely did not rebrand, at least not that I'm seeing anywhere. Apparently it's called Dreams into Reality this year, and, I'm really hoping that they have another one of those gigantic trailer compilations. Oh man, this one has a deer in it. I'm gonna have to, yeah, hold up. Let me mute this tab. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna have another giant trailer thing. But, one moment. Can I get this up on stream before it's time to stop? Window capture. Browser. Is this gonna just pop my entire... Yeah, that pops my entire browser up. Okay, no, it's fine. So I'll just... that'll do. Before we start, I just want to show off this trailer, because this looks like the kind of thing that I am gonna be hyped for. this year. Oh, there's no sound anyway. Okay. But yeah, pantsless the game. Yeah, kind of. This is the kind of game that I get hyped for. This is why I play, this is why I play stuff from the Sonic Amateur Games Expo. You know? Like, I just see a game and I'm like, immediately, oh yeah, that's cool, I want it. Why I play games? Not games in general. Ironically, I'm actually really terrible at Sonic the Hedgehog 2D ones. I am ridiculously terrible at those. Anyway, let's get into Penny Larceny. I'm really, really bad at 2D Sonic. You guys have never seen me play 2D Sonic. It's terrible. I'm bad. Bum, bum, bum. A Zoomer Zeppelin zigzags a zillion zesty zucchini scissors. I don't think that ever happens. I don't believe that ever happens. Alright. What I'm going to try to do is load into the second caper and see if that... Like, we've got one ending secured. I'm going to try to play through from the second caper. That moves us away from Hate 4000. Okay. This is the... We can skip this scene. I was there for the... We can... Oh, well... No, you know what? Alright, let's go ahead. Main menu. We will start from... Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you, Jaffa. We're gonna just restart and see if it skips the intro. Toothlauer did say it would last time. Alright, yeah. We've done Hate. Okay. The work begins. 4 timelines remain. Work for all the villains. Discover their truths. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do one job for each villain. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skip the text that we've seen. And because I want to get straight to, you know, straight to work. You've already seen one future for me, haven't you? We've walked this road before, and you came back to explore another. But the question is, what destiny will you choose next? Okay, skip the tutorial. Okay, I'm back. Good, Penny, we need to talk. 5 more minutes, Mom. Ah, screw it. This is no time to sleep. There's work to be done. I know. We already did it. I remember this from last time. Last time? Huh, what do you mean? Wait, you're from my future? And you came back. I didn't think that was possible, but there's a lot we don't know about Serum 23. So, how would it go with the last Penny you worked with? Do anything cool with her? We helped a sad computer learn to love again. A what? A sad computer. How does a computer get sad? No, wait. Spoilers. I shouldn't ask you for spoilers. I don't know much about this quantum gigaversal reality, what is it? But I bet learning too much too soon is bad. But I'm back because things didn't go according to plan. Don't you want to avoid trouble? I mean, yeah. Trouble sucks. We hate trouble. But let's be careful about cheating too much. If there were problems before, let's make different decisions this time, and maybe it'll work out better, deal? Still, if you've seen it all before, you want to step back and let me do the work today? No need to waste your time. Up to you. Alright, let's get straight to the Crimer heist. Wow, right to business. Sure. Let me just fill out this paperwork quick before we skip ahead. I think we're good. Okay, my alibi is gonna be Fran Theft Auto, and I'm okay with romance and sex. Sounds good. Pleased to meet you. Thank you, Two Flower. Okay, I'll take it from here. We'll meet back up when it's heist time. So we send Penny off on autopilot. Let's see, did I leave anything out? I talked about doing Sage instead of Starfield to start. I talked about a bunch of stuff. No, everything that you need to hear from me is good. From now on, it's pure game. Steal my Crimer invite, speed dating for supervillains, pondering capers, blah blah blah. Okay, crime time. What's our first caper? Now, last time we worked with Hate 4000 out of the box. This time, let's sweep straight down the line. We're going to Dr. Mayhem, then Hate, then the Overmistress. Oh, and we're... Hate 4000's Ubi? I don't know what an Ubi means. Out of box experience. Ah, okay. We have obtained that loot. We can't do this, we can't do this, we can't do this. So, let's, well, you know what? Let's take candy from a baby. It is allegedly the easiest crime in the book. How hard can it be? You'll be hopping in and out tonight? No pressure to stay? After accepting the job in Crimer, I'm given an address. The basement of a disused and partially collapsed industrial building. Nothing shocking there. Mass usually hole up in abandoned spaces just like me. Picking my way through the remains of the structure, I prepare to enter the lair of mad science. Which honestly isn't all that mad. It's about as good as a zero-budget scientist can cobble together. He's made an effort at cleaning, but there's only so much one person can do by themselves. And the equipment all looks decently maintained. Whole place reminds me of my own apartment. Make and do with what you got. Hey Isaac, you in? I'm here and ready to crime it up. But the good doctor is distracted by a tiny Bluetooth earpiece and phone in hand. What the hell, Ravi? We had an agreement. We can do a double-blind review. They don't need to know who wrote the paper, just that... Oh, come on, my writing style isn't that obvious. Who's gonna know? Blacklisted? I'm blacklisted from scientific review journals? Who gets blacklisted from some boring quarterly? You know damn well that whole incident was fake. I didn't plagiarize anything. That's not who I am. Ravi, look, I need this. Peer review and publication is the only way to legitimize my research. I can't get grants until I get my foot back in the door. Ravi, man, you gotta do this for me. Lives are at stake. Well, fork you then. I don't need you. I can do this myself. I'm Dr. Forking Mayhem, and you'll rue the day you crossed me. And he spikes his expensive smartphone straight into the concrete floor. Fork. What's up, Doc? He finally turns to face me, sighing in disappointment. Just digging my grave a bit deeper, I guess, and using phrases like rue the day. And now I need to buy a new phone. You're a mask, you don't buy a phone, you steal a phone. Yeah, but I've got a really good data plan with movie streaming services included. I can't steal the airwaves. Or can you? Sure you can. My partner Gibson cooks you up a burner SIM card and you're good to go. Gibson's the talking cat I mentioned in my Crimer profile. He's an ultra hacker. He can hook you up. I'm still trying to get back to my real life, Penny. That means having a legit phone number from which to plead my case. But considering Plan A just collapsed on me, I guess I'm stuck with Plan B. I'm Plan B, aren't I? Yeah. Sorry, I was hoping I could avoid it by getting my work published and officially recognized a road back home. But that's not looking likely, and well, that means I'm screwed. This isn't what I wanted from my life, and I am trying to get out from under it. But I don't know how. Isaac's still thinking like a civvy. There are options he hasn't considered, right? Uh, well, I think we just saw him trying to tap a trustworthy ally. That looked like it went, poorly. And I believe we suggested this during the demo. So, self-publish. Surely if he's looking for actual, cred, this will work out. This won't work out. Hey, crusty old academic journals, who needs them, right? It's the 21st century. Blaze your own path. You want to give your research away for free, don't you? Sounds like a job for the information superhighway. Start a website. I mean, that's the end goal, yes, but there's a reason the old processes exist. What I need is peer review. My findings have to be independently verified and validated. And once reviewed, getting them published in a prestigious journal, that also adds to their weight. People will take me seriously. But since I got drummed out of the industry and turned into an outlaw, I'm radioactive. No one will review or publish me. Oh, so like a blog template ain't gonna cut it. Nope, I'm a scientist. We have to collaborate and lift each other up. Without that, we've got nothing. Well, until I can get my work out there, I may as well continue on it. So much to do. What are you working on, anyway? Nerdy medical stuff. A unique new take on how to cure cancer. The specifics are probably not your thing. Hey, try me. How's it all work? Well, what I'm trying to prove right now is that science. Aha. Science. Right. Science. Okay. But that's just the bare bones high-level overloop. It's a matter of science. Are you following any of this at all? No, not a word of it, but you're clearly passionate about it, so that's cool. I guess it's my jam, yeah. I genuinely enjoy problem solving when I can solve a problem instead of beating my head against a wall. But enough about me and my problems. We've got math work to do. That needed a randomly placed Soyums? Yeah, unfortunately, men of Soyums are few between. Or few and far between, or few and few between, something. You sure you want to do math shirt at all? I mean, if your rep's really important to you. I know, it's a gosh darn tug of war. I want to pull one way, but I get nothing, so I gotta pull the other way. But if I pick the right capers to pull, it'll get me some rep within the math community without completely burning me elsewhere. And I think working with you is the key, because your rep is clean. Clean? I'm on an FBI most wanted list, Isaac. For petty theft, sure. The occasional high-profile heist, but nothing violent. Nothing that genuinely makes the world a worse place. And what happened to your mother? That's a gosh darn shame. It's not right. A corporate lab going that far to protect trade secrets? No. That's not the world I want, and neither do you. So I think it's appropriate for us to help each other. You know about that, huh? Yeah, and you have my sympathy, Spenny. I did my research after the Crimer event of all the potential henches I talked to. You're the only one I feel comfortable working with. Well, sure, that's validating as hell. Feels good to heal. Here. It feels good to drink water and have my tongue unfold from you. He's definitely the kind of man who'd stand against Continuum. He's a good man. Yeah, I really hate having a tragic backstory. It's not cool and edgy like the kids make it look. Losing your mom and dad doesn't mean you get a level in badass, it's just losing your mom and dad. It sucks. It feels good to heal, brother. Man, Hulk Hogan would never say that. Hulk Hogan would be like, give me $20,000 more dollars! And I can't actually do a Hulk Hogan impression, so, it's a good thing I didn't have to voice act live, let me tell you that. If you're the sort of person who'd stand against that kind of corporate science, I'm ready and willing to help. Absolutely. Scientific innovation should be available to all, not hidden behind walls of secrecy and exclusion. Cures and treatments should be readily available, not exclusively sold to those who can afford to live. Insulin should be free, for example. Woof, as someone who is now taking 2 metformin tablets twice a day, I relate. But I do have one concern. Are you looking for revenge on Continuum? No. I considered it, believe me. It's a standard mask play, right? Someone does you wrong, you strike back to protect your rep. Wouldn't bring my parents back. All it'll do is turn me into one of those angst-ridden shirtlords going full Ahab. I forget if I told this story, but like, when I was at the doctor's and they asked me like why I only came once, basically a year, I had to look at him, and the entire time I was thinking, like, you have to ask that question because you're not aware that doing what I do makes me like $50 every 2 months. And while I can depend on other people for help, it's not always the best time. And you'll never have to worry about that, will you, Mr. Doctor? But that is currently life in America. Cheers. Here, back to the game. We have fun around here, don't we? We have such fun. I'm not gunning for Continuum. I won't lift a finger to help them and fart Captain Infinity, but I'm not chasing a vendetta. Good. As much as I want to see companies like Continuum burn, we need to uplift humanity first and foremost. Rest assured, the burning will come after that. Speaking of crime, let's get to work. You saw the deets on Kramer, what I'm looking for? Yep, walk me through the fine points and we'll get started. Mission briefing. I need you to steal some science, for science reasons. Fortuna Nutrichemical, you've heard of them, right? Absolutely, they make fizz, right, and nibblers? I fucking love nibblers. Maximum choco taste, minimum choco price. I'm not entirely sure nibblers can legally be called chocolate. That's why they're called choco bars. Hey, they're tasty. That's all I care about. Are we stealing chocolate today? No, we're stealing an ultra-efficient system for genetic folding. Oh, I wanted chocolate. Ultra-efficient systems for genetic folding can create mini chocolates. Fortuna doesn't just make candy and drain community water aquifers to sell back at them at $5 a bottle. Hi, Nestle. How you doing? Sorry, I call them as I see them. And I call them out when I see them. They also develop overpriced drugs and biotech. That's one reason the insulin costs so damn much. I need you to steal a powerful but elegantly simple bit of programming code, which, for security reasons, is kept only as paper hard copy. Huh. Not very useful if a computer program is not actually on a computer. I can't explain the reasoning, probably don't want to risk it falling into anyone's hands, so they only pull it out when needed. It's stored somewhere in their corporate HQ, a dual-purpose building with office space and research labs. It's a lab and an office? That's a recipe for disaster. Who are these jokers, anyway? Their founders were Walter and Beatrice Fortuna. He wore a tie, she wore a lab coat. That way they could work in the same building. Everything this company does is bass-ackwards. What can I say? But they make money, so nobody cares to revamp protocol. Give a man cancer and he'll want a lot of chocolate. Cure a man of cancer and he'll probably want a lot of chocolate too. I just want chocolate, okay? Afraid it's on you to find the program's printout. No idea where in the building it's located. Sorry my intel's so vague. Don't worry, Doc. All part of the casing phase. Track down the item, analyze its defense. I'll have Gibson insert me into their records as an employee, and we'll search the place top to bottom if I have to. Yeah, well, careful with the top part. That facility pumps all kinds of toxins into the air through their rooftop vents. Every time Fortuna sets up shop, communities around them dry up and die. They're fast profit, high-risk garbage science. You want me to find a way to burn them to the ground while I'm there? Not literally, please. It's risky enough using their research to boost my own. Let's not leave a trail of destruction. Plus, the resulting cloud of complex organic modules might render the entire country unstable. I really expected molecules there, and my mouth started going for it. Fine. I'll scout the place and find your formula. And maybe bring you back some nibblers or some of that dank imported watermelon-flavored fizz. Just the formula, please. Good luck, Penny. Oh, was that a typo? Didn't look like a typo. Complex organic modules. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Getting myself hired on by Fortuna Nutrichemical involved a complicated, multi-step interview process, competitively whittling down candidates. No, Gibson just went all beep boop hacker-cat and got me in. Their systems are a complete mess. Beep boop hacker-cat. That one was a typo on my part. It's low-level trainee access only and won't stand up to more than a day of scrutiny, but if I work fast, it'll be enough. Case the joint today, rob the place tonight, in and out like a ghost. By the time anyone figures out what happened, I'll be long gone. Alright, case in the joint, my favorite stage. It feels a bit weird to be in full PPE while waiting around in the building's lobby. But this is a mixed-use building, it's actually normal. People in suits and ties, mingling with lab coats, mingling with hazmat suits. This whole building has to be an OSHA nightmare. Even the lobby itself has desks with people working, like there wasn't enough office space in the hole and they had to spill out into the open. Robbing a place this disorganized is gonna be like taking, I don't know, some metaphor like taking something sweet from someone helpless or whatever. Dudes of hazmat. Every day is like my birthday. As long as I can convince the shift manager to cut me loose and work, I can roam around and collect intel. Dudes of Hazmat would be a lot more violent than Penny ever would be, though. And I don't think Penny's ever drop-kicked anybody. Well, maybe if we play her right. Grand Theft Auto, correct? That's me, sir. Happy to be here. Our files say you have 3 years of experience in handling and storage of hazardous materials? Oh yeah, uranium, arsenic, hydrofluoric acid, unobtainium, ice-9, you name it, I've handled the hell out of it. Maybe if the game somehow takes off, I'm doing my part, I'm trying. I've sold 3 copies. This is one of the few times when my feeling that being a streamer is like being unpaid commercial is worth it. Yeah, your fans are fantastic. I've seen some of your fan work. That is fantastic stuff. Perfect cover story, all I do is move stuff around, and I may get access to sensitive storage where the program's being kept. Okay, you're gonna need access to the sensitive material storage, you're gonna need to visit the security center, and obtain a gumdrop badge. A what? The security ratings are based on candy. Our owner is whimsical, you could say. It's not literally made of sugar. The rankings are cookie, gumdrop, and lollipop. Cookies can only access offices, gumdrops can access storage. Lollipop opens up everything. Aw, that's adorable. Adorable, right. You'll get sick of this crap eventually, trust me. But getting you to gumdrop shouldn't be difficult. Your references check out, a high trust ranking according to the company's algorithms. I don't anticipate any problems there. Welcome aboard. Yes, score! Gibson's hack got me past the post on this one. Okay, I'm ready to get to work, sir. Hook me up with one of those sweet gumdrops and point me at the storage area. Not so fast. We have a little tradition around here, something we put all new employees through. You get to spend your first day at the company with our illustrious owner, a baby Fortune. Baby Fortuna, excuse me. What? Kinda wanted to start hauling glowing green goop around, sir. It's like the whole reason I'm here. Hey, if I had to go through this on my 4th day, so do you. Miss Fortuna, she's ready for you. Man, I am gonna have to slow down a little bit, I think. Hi, I'm your new boss. What? Yep, Fortuna Nutrichemical's mine, all mine. My parents left it to me in their will. I'm looking forward to bossing you around, because I'm your boss and stuff. This is a 10-year-old Muppet. A literal child. And she owns the company? Okay, we can deal with this. We won't be stuck on babysitting duty all day. Surely, at some point, we can get the badge in case the warehouse. Until then, play it cool. Make nice with the miniature robber baron. You're all making that face, and I'm just here thinking about, like, cats don't dance. Gosh, this is just great! It's so great. I've always wanted to meet the famous Baby Fortuna. Baby? My name is not Baby, it's Bonnie. I hate it when everyone calls me Baby. You call me Bonnie or I'll fire you. Double firing, triple firing, 1,000 years of unemployment. Bonnie Fortuna, not a baby. Sure, I was just using the name that lab tech used. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Miss Fortuna. Sorry. Okay, that's 5 times sorry. That's enough sorry. I can forgive you. For now, I want to have a fun day showing you around my company, and it's no fun getting mad, so I won't get mad. At least, not a lot. Did you know I was legally adopted by Fortuna Nutrichemical? I did not know that. Wait, the company itself adopted you? Like, the company is your new guardian? Yep, the lawyers argued that under Citizens United, a corporation is a person, and a person can adopt. Although my new parents, the CEO, CFO, CIO, and COO, they're all jerks. Never let me have fun. I wish I could fire them and make them live in the gutter, but I'm not voted on the board. What in the ever-loving fork is wrong with this company? Their headquarters is a workplace injury lawsuit waiting to happen, and their owner is a little kid they adopted? I don't get to do much with my time except play and have fun and do my homework, so I like to take time to meet my new toys. I mean employees, I don't actually legally own you. The COO says we own everything and everyone, but he says that after drinking a few bottles of his special juice, so he's probably wrong. Guys, hear me out. Hear me out on this. I think I like Bonnie. She's right up front about everything so far. And she only flipped out when we called her a nickname she obviously hates. Maybe this can work. Maybe we'll be friends. She said naively. I see, huh. This is not a healthy environment for raising a little girl. If a corporation is a person, can someone sue it for child abuse? Well, it's nice meeting you, but I need to move along. Gotta get my gumdrop badge. Aw, you don't need a gumdrop today. I've got a lollipop. I can take you anywhere you want to go. She produces a shiny plastic badge with her face on it, waggling it teasingly. Also, I have a lollipop. She also pops a candy pop in her mouth, letting the paper stick jut out like she's a juvenile chain smoker. I'll take you on a tour of the whole place. We'll have fun, we'll increase shareholder value. It'll be great. I really should start my new job, start earning you money, right? No, I'm your boss. You do what I say. Got it? My fake credentials aren't going to last beyond today. I need a badge and I need to case the place without its owner watching my every move. But I'm not seeing a way out of this. She'll throw a tantrum if I protest any further, and I'm trying not to draw too much attention. Kids in a bad situation with bad... Yeah, extremely. 4 parents and they're all executive officers. I'll just have to do my best to analyze their defenses while keeping Bonnie happy. Fine, I'll take the tour. Yay! She yanks a glossy pamphlet from a nearby desk, whipping the trifold out for us to study together. You can lead the way, just let me know where you want to go, and maybe we'll go there. But let's save my fancy office for last. It's the bestest place in the building. In that case, how about... Let's see, we've seen the lobby. This is our finale. We have 4 visits. So it's all about the order we do them in, huh? Well, we're supposed to be working in material storage. Let's hit material storage. I'll be spending a good chunk of my time in material storage, so let's go there next. Okay, we'll need my lollipop badge. She leads on to the nearest entrance to the central warehouse, an imposing steel door with a high-grade badge reader. Oof, if I don't get a gumdrop or higher, having Gibson electronically hack the system is gonna take forever. There's a biometric scanner, but Bonnie doesn't bother with it. The door just opens. Don't you need like a retina scan or a thumbprint or to lick the panel or something? Oh wow, that's a hygiene nightmare. Hygiene nightmare. Doo -doo. I can't reach it, so I made him turn that thing off. Who needs it? I've got a badge, that's enough. Okay, 1 point in my favor. With a swipe, the intimidating door allows entry. It makes a bit of a racket, but at least it slides open quickly enough. Elon Dusk, Lonek Husk, Elon Susk, and Mark Zuckerberg! I wonder what Mask Zuckerberg would be like. Just, you know, luchador mask, maybe. I gotta stop thinking about Killer 7. Wow, this place is huge. It's gotta be at least 3 stories tall. Similar steel doors are visible in the distance, connecting to other parts of the building. Security, offices, the lab. So I can approach from various angles, but they're all using the same tech. Same problem, no matter how we approach it. And here's where all the important stuff is kept. Snack prototypes, documentation archives, proprietary hardware components, chemical reagents, biological weapons. Bump the wrong box in here and kaboom, everything burns with green flame. Oh, I gotta stop thinking about Baldur's Gate 3 too. Because, yep, that's what happens when you touch a box in that game. Oh good! Don't worry, if you do your job well, nobody dies. And if we do our job poorly, everybody dies! If you don't, well, at least there won't be enough left of you to sue afterwards. If that program code Isaac needs is anywhere, it'll be here. I need to locate it before Bonnie gets bored and nuzzles us along. Wow, you take security seriously here. It makes sense to keep all your company secrets in a warehouse like this. Who wants to leave important stuff just lying around in a folder on some computer that can just get hacked? I bet you even have computer programs in here, right? Boring, boring, boring. All that trade secret stuff is boring. So I made it less boring. Follow me. Curious, I follow her into the central section of the warehouse. To a cage of high-powered laser beams cutting through the air, surrounding multiple sealed containers reading Junkers. Holy shirt. Sorry, didn't mean to swear in front of a what? A business executive? Anyway, behold! The most secure part of the entire facility. It's a cage made from lasers! You couldn't actually see the beams, so I turned on a smoke machine and made them visible. It's no fun if you can't see the beams. Man, laser technology makes everything better and worse simultaneously, but mostly better. So, I take it if you interrupt a beam, it sets off an alarm? Yep. Also, you get sliced into little itty-bitty bits. But there's definitely an alarm, too. Yay. Or... But you said you had trade secrets in there. Looks to me like an ordinary box of big chonkers. I like big chonkers too, but isn't this a bit excessive for candy? I had our most sensitive information printed on the candy wrappers. Why? Because chocolate's more fun than boring old paper files. And because nobody's gonna steal either my candy or my company's proprietary information. So not only do I need to break into a highly secured facility, and the most secured room within the secured facility, I also need to deal with a haphazard array of deadly lasers between me and my target. And if the laser grid doesn't work, I also have hidden kill saws in the wall, an army of murder robots, and other surprises. All of this was my idea, and anybody who doesn't make my ideas a reality gets fired. Wow. Okay, we are not brute forcing our way through this absolute maze of death. We need a better play than that. Yeah, welcome to the movie Cube, guest starring this. Okay, bored now, let's go. Wait, don't you want to tell me more about your amazing security system? Yeah, okay, you can ask one question. How is all of this powered? Like, yeah, this has to be an enormous power drain. I can't even begin to imagine how much electricity you need to power all of that. How's it all work? Off-site nuclear reactor? Previously unknown molecular compound? Tiny black hole? Nah, I just plugged it into the wall over there. And she points to a single power strip, so overflowing with extension cords I can barely see the dinky red light on the switch. Overflowing with so many extension cords you can't see the red light on the switch describes my setup too. Although the Switch is, you know, from Nintendo. You know, I shouldn't be surprised by this, and yet I am. Can we go now? Yeah, I think I'm good. Okay, what's next from the map? Let's do something she might be entertained by, the research laboratory. Then we'll hit the security center. How about the lab? I'll be spending half my time in there, so I'd love to see it for myself. Yay, the lab! I love the lab. Let's go. She grabs my wrist and we're off like a rocket. The Nintendo kill switch. Isn't that old game from Namco that kind of almost invented the cover shooter? I guess they could port it. Fortuna Nutrichemicals Research Center, by far the largest open area section of the building. Tanks of hazardous chemicals, workstations full of beakers and flasks, beeping machines and computers doing complex biological simulations. I'd always associated Fortuna with their sweets and snacks, so I'd assume this would be a bit more whimsical. Oh, what, you want to Willy Wonka this? None that stops Bonnie from acting like a kid in a candy store. Isn't this great? Here's where they make all the flavors of fizz, and chonkers, and nummy nummies, and cruncha crunches. I'm not seeing any treats here. I mean, they do the base research that goes into all those delicious snacks. It looks boring, but in the end, it's tasty as heck. They also make industrial sealants, bug sprays, genetically engineered crops, and biological weapons. Those are less tasty. Even the crops. I really hope you don't mix up the bottles, then. You're working material storage, right? Just do your job, and that won't be a problem. Maybe it's for the best I'm not actually working today. I'd hate to accidentally ship a bunch of anthrax instead of breakfast cereal. Well, it's all quite impressive and complicated, and there's a lot of it. Haphazardly arranged desks and machines, giant tanks, and a whole jungle gym of rafters and support struts high above our head. Sneaking through this mess is going to be fun. Fun and easy, compared to trying to cross an open space with no cover. Although the hordes of hazmat-suited scientists is a bit of a concern. If any of them work late, I'll have to play into their limited field of vision. And, well... is it safe? Being here, I mean, this looks incredibly dangerous. Kill switch for the kill switch for the Nintendo GameCube. You know, it's a tangent, but I've always wondered, when are one of these modern visual novels based on Renpai going to do a backport to, like, the PC-98 or PC-88? Because that would be cool as heck. A good way to pay, like, some respect to the origins of the genre. But, you know, that's a thought. Also, you get a lot more really cool, like, dithered-looking graphics. I don't know. Hang on. You're not wearing a suit. Apple IIc and ZX Spectrum. I'm trying to imagine a 4-color visual novel with attribute clash. And that sure is an aesthetic. Oh wait, that's like Faith. That's that Faith game that New Blood is putting out. Oh well. Oh, I don't need a suit. I'm naturally immune to toxins, poisons, and carcinogens. Apparently because my mom worked in this lab while she was pregnant with me. Wow, that's something that'll only work in a superhero universe. I'm a mutant. Huh, good for you, I guess. And bad for me, since I may need to pass through this sector tonight, I won't be wearing hazmat gear. I bet I could be a superhero if I wanted. I've got a superpower. Actually, most supers who are immune to poison end up being poison-based supervillains. Like, haha, I've flooded the room with a deadly neurotoxin, to which I'm immune, but you shall perish, foolish hero. Huh, I hadn't thought of that. Maybe I'll be a supervillain then. Okay, let's discourage that line of thinking right now and distract her with a question. Yeah, I hate to say it, I did notice that tweet, and... well, I'm doing my part. Let's see. Oh, you know, who is her favorite superhero? Like, it's probably bad form of us to try to push for more heroic supers, but let's push for more heroic supers. This is all part of making the world a better place, you know? Yeah, honestly, there's things more important than the crime. And as twisted as Bonnie's world is, she's not beyond saving. Focus on that. I can sort out heist stuff later. Really down to getting the media to know. Yeah. I noticed when Arcade Spirits circulated through the various websites I read, like Silicon Era and Gemetsu. I also noticed a bunch of people being total fucking ass clowns in the comments, but that's not a place to go right now, I don't think. Come on, supervillains never win. You want to be a winner, right? Like your favorite superhero? Who's your favorite? Everybody's got a favorite. What cape do you really, really like? Captain Infinity. He's a corporate hero and I'm a corporate kid. Okay. He's a good default answer. Every kid likes Captain Infinity. Come on, let's dig a little deeper. What do you like that nobody else does? What's your rare fave? Well, I like Paladin. You probably don't know him. He was one of the Thunder Teams and only active for a few years, but... Oh, Paladin's great. I've got a few issues of Thunder Teams. They're pretty hard to find. The one where Paladin and Treehugger team up to beat his arch-nemesis Sinisteel was really thrilling. You know Paladin! Yay! Everyone thinks he was kind of boring, just a flying brick who does good deeds, but sometimes that's okay. He was really, really nice to people. Like there are... I love Superman. I love Superman. I also really like, say, Nightcrawler, who is just having a good time most of the time when they're not making him, you know, incredibly Catholic. Anyway, I think he could have been my friend if he didn't die too. Oh, he was on the Teen Titans. Of course he's dead. Because he could see the good in everyone, even me. Oh, let's keep going with our tour. Oh, geez, this kid needs help. I want to go somewhere else. Pick a place on the map. Let's get moving. Running out of billable hours. Okay. Okay, what's next from the map? Let's leave security for last. Well, no, actually, the management offices are right next to her private suite. But so is the research laboratory. Alright, I'm going for the security center. It's where I was trying to go in the first place, to the security center, so I can get a badge that'll help me unlock doors later. I can also link to Gibson remotely to bypass and shut down all their defenses if I time it right. Let's do this. You know what would be super fun? Visiting the security center. I want to see all the cool stuff you have to stop people from... Nah, that's boring. But it's probably got blinking lights and monitors to watch and guys with guns and it's like an action movie set. Seen it before, it's boring. They sit on their butts all day and night, drinking coffee and talking about sports ball. Also, they make fun of me. They tell me to run along and play with my dolls whenever I try to order them around. I'll go play with my dolls when I want to, not when some boring, smelly, old guy tells me to. But I need to... No! No, no, no! The security center is boring and I hate it. We're going somewhere else. Damn it. I could lean on you to help me pick a persuasive argument, but I think at this point I should just back off. Too risky. Okay. Okay, we'll go somewhere else. Good. I probably should have saved that for last. Well, at least I learned a few things indirectly. The security center is staffed 24/7, but they're easily bored. Not much to go on, but it'll have to do for now. Alright. To the management offices! I'll stick out like a sore thumb in my hazmat suit. But it could be helpful to see the upper floor opposite of this place. Might find a less secure entry or exit point that I can use later. I'm really curious, your dad works in the offices upstairs, right? Worked. He worked up there, then he died. Right. Sorry. Well, how about we visit? I'm gonna be filing a lot of paperwork after I move stuff around. I should get familiar with it. It's boring up there. Super boring. I don't wanna. Why would anyone wanna? Okay, negative reaction, but not angry, just sort of meh. I can work with meh. Let's sway her to our point of view. she was raised by a corporation. Let's use some corporate speak. You speak corporate, right? The offices only look boring, but in all that paperwork is magic, Miss Fortuna. Every dollar and every cent your company earns is because of those stuffed shirts doing their busy filing. I'm surprised you don't want to be a part of that magic. You own the company, right? They need your valuable input. Oh, she looks so unimpressed. You're right. They need me. Oh, victory. I bring valuable industry-disrupting ideas to the table. I should take part in day-to-day operations more. Let's do that right now. I'll give them all sorts of great new concepts. She practically drags me off through the building, intent on taking the boring administrative offices by storm. Just another quiet day at the office, until a pint-sized business card tycoon kicks open the door and charges in. Okay, you button-down, cubicle-dwelling salary drones, listen up! I want productivity and efficiency reports, and I want them on my desk pronto! Wait, my desk is on the other side of the building, and the My Ponytail Horse Farm playset is covering it. So she snaps her fingers and points to the nearest desk. I want those reports on this desk pronto! Imperative. You heard the lady, get moving. And while they're busy scrambling to appease Bonnie's corporate reign of corporate tyranny, her adorable reign of corporate tyranny, I've got just enough time to sneakily sneak about. What should I try to do while I'm given the opportunity? I don't want to go through a window because of the fumes mentioned. You know, I can do the heist. I'm set up for the heist. We're appeasing Bonnie today. This is Bonnie's time. Bonnie's time to shine. Hey, you there, get to work. Staple those papers. Organize those files. Spread that document. I want to see some hustle, people. If you're not given 110% for the glory of Fortuna Nutrachemical, quit now. Wow! You're really good at yelling. I should transfer you from material storage to being my personal shouting coach. Oh! I'm okay being in materials. Moving boxes around is in my blood. Cut my veins and all these little boxes come out, metaphorically. You are made of Minecraft and you can do extraordinary things. Okay, you're weird. Never mind. No new job offer for you. Yeah, that's how it always goes with me. And while I'm here, I spot a loose cookie-rated security badge. One of the employees rushing around must have dropped this. A cookie won't get me as far as a gumdrop or a lollipop, but I'm running out of opportunities to get any badge, so yoink. Finally, the employees slap a giant stack of reports on the desk in front of Bonnie. Kind of amazing how fast they did that. Bored now, let's go. You don't even want to look at them? Instead, she dumps the entire stack into a nearby industrial-grade paper shredder. Paperwork is boring. We got more fun stuff to do today. Yes, ma'am. I feel bad for the employees, but I'm reasonably certain there was actually nothing in that report but random junk paper. I doubt this is the first time Bonnie has come up here to throw her weight around a little. By this point, they know how to deal with it. We're running out of time. The end of the workday is rapidly approaching, and I still don't have my badge. I barely have any useful information, thanks to Bonnie's helpful core. But I can't just ditch her, I gotta play along. Meaning one last stop to make. And finally, my office. The Bonfis. Posh furnishings, elegant style, expensive decorations, great view from the windows. And tons of toys scattered around on the floor. Coloring books on the shelves, candy wrappers, and empty soda cans aplenty. Corporate stuff gets really tiring. I like to come here to take naps and relax. It's my private office. I mean, my new parents have offices too, but they're not usually here. They prefer other campuses and offices in the Fortuna family. Gee, can't imagine why. Sometimes the CFO works here, but that's just because he likes working with Miss Susan from the filing department. I think they like exercising because I hear a lot of grunting and groaning from his office. You don't say. So Miss Susan says he's a two-pump chump, whatever that means. So they don't exercise for very long before he leaves. Bonnie, please do me a favor and never try to interrupt them when they're exercising. I don't need exercise. I run around and play all day. That's enough for a calorie deficit. So sit, let's play. Workday's almost over and I really need to get my badge, ma'am. Sit, play. With a sigh, I sit and pick up one of the many dolls strewn around the place. That's my superhero! I'm the superhero. She carefully arranges 2 dolls in a pink plastic airplane, demonstrating how she wants me to swoosh through the sky, before handing it over. Pilot to ground control on Vector Charlie 9 Alpha, no turbulence, over. And I'm gonna be Paladin. He flies, and he's strong, and nobody messes with him. Bonnie picks up a doll with a makeshift cape, making it swoosh along with my plane. This has not been a productive casing session. Not a total waste, I've learned a bit, but if I wasn't stapled to Bonnie's side, this would have been a lot easier. Main problem is the damn badge. I stole the loose cookie badge, but that's not gonna get me into the storage warehouse easily. Well, you know what? The cookie's gonna have to be enough. Because I'm not betraying this child. I know I should betray this child. I should, by every molecule in my body screams for me to betray this child, but... yeah, this entire situation is way too volatile. I can do a switcheroo with Bonnie's badge, but if she notices, I am cooked. And honestly, I don't want to just ditch her. She's frustrating, annoying, a total brat, but I understand why. Whoosh, whoosh. I have an airplane flying around. Okay, now you're hitting a storm and you're in trouble. Oh no! Pilot to ground control. There's lightning all around me. My passengers are in trouble. Woe is me! If only there were a strong, capable, brave hero who could save the day. Never fear, citizens. Paladin is here to save you. Whee! Bonnie positions her dolly, clearly a fashion model doll given a homemade superhero outfit crafted from construction paper, under my plane. I'll just lift the plane up and carry it safely down to the ground. Hooray! Thank you, Paladin. You were okay. You did it. And then my parents don't have to die in a plane crash. Oh, oh, good God. Okay. You know, my defenses were down, and in comes the missile. But that's not how it happened, is it? Mom and Dad's plane went down, no hero saved them. It happened too fast. Now I own their company, so I shouldn't be sad, right? I'm rich, I'm powerful, I have everything I could ever want. Except Mom and Dad. I'm sorry, Bonnie. Go away. I'm gonna cry for a bit. And corporate executives shouldn't cry in front of employees. It shows weakness and lowers fiscal quarter results. I don't have to go if you need someone to... It's quitting time, work-life balance, go home. You're done putting up with me. She shuffles in place until she's sitting facing away from me, in silence. I really do need to leave. Gotta brief the boss, gotta start planning the job. If I'm late to leave, it may raise suspicion. But after I steal those secret wrapped chocolates tonight, I'm gonna find a way to sneak one to her. It won't make up for anything, I know that, but maybe it'll help her smile. For a moment. Oh boy. Alright, personal complication for this job. After skipping home to grab my gear, a rideshare brings me across town to Isaac's rundown lab. It didn't exactly go according to plan, huh? You got stock as a babysitter? Yeah, poor kid. She's got some serious problems. I almost wish I could have stayed to help. I remember babysitting for my younger brothers. They'd raise absolute hell around the house anytime Mom and Dad were away. Kids act out when they're scared or they're sad. I get it, but we've got an algorithm to steal. Gotta focus on that for now. Any luck locating our prize? You're not gonna believe this. We do get to steal chocolate. She had it printed inside the wrappers of some big chonkers. What? You get your science, I get my snacks. It's win-win. Let's run down the plan. Whiteboard mode. Well, blackboard mode. The layout of the building is a little weird, but nothing I can't handle. Our goal is the central storage facility. That means there's 4 paths I can take to get there. I couldn't study their defenses in detail. Bonnie kept me away from the security center. That means the safest and riskiest path is from the lobby to the security center, then proceed to storage. I'm confused. How is that both safe and risky? Lobby's the obvious entrance to the building, and the security center is, well, secure. Both are high risk. But it's the safest because if I can pull it off, I'm in control of the building's locks and alarms. We take over the system. Or you get jumped by a dozen guards because you have no idea what's actually in the security center. Risk and reward, boss. That's the nature of the beast. But I've got other options. A similar route takes me from the lobby to the research lab and beyond. The lab's full of hazardous materials, but it's also a maze of solid cover, obstacles, and other means of hiding myself. Still risky, but at least I know I can talk you through the environment and help you avoid hazards. You've got the power of science in your corner on this job, so I'd say that's a good candidate. Thanks, Isaac. Now, if I want to bypass the lobby entirely, I go in through Bonnie's personal office. I can grapple up and break in through a window. It'll be way past her bedtime, so the C-suite should be empty. Less chance of guards, too. One path takes me from Bonnie's office to the research lab, and then off to storage. Safer entry, and I can help with the lab portion of the assignment. Well, safer in the sense you have to climb a building instead of walk past some guards. Still physically dangerous. Finally, if I want to bypass science and security entirely, I can take the long way around. Grapple up to Bonnie's offices, then go through the management offices and into storage. That'll be the quietest part of the building and the safest possible route. Kinda dull, but you know I like it dull. I mean, why bother presenting the other options? This one sounds perfect. Hang on, not that simple. I can't gain any heist advantages this way. I can't disable alarms or subvert security, and the badge I have is all I get. If I do get caught on this route, I'm boned. It's not exactly an easy entrance or exit, and there's very little flexibility. So that's what's on the table. 4 routes, each with strengths and weaknesses. I feel like, I don't really want to walk in the front door. It's bold, sure, but... And... I don't really want to go through the management offices. So I think we are going to break in through Bonnie's office. We'll probably step on a Lego because she has toys all over the floor. That'll send us careening into the science lab. We'll enter the science lab, we'll fall into a weird tube, become a mutant, and that'll give us the mutant power to unlock the middle door and go into storage. It's a foolproof plan. Steps on Lego. Dun 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 dun. You've died. As for which one I'm gonna take... the C-suite to the lab. The least obvious route, good cover, quiet entrance. I think it'll work. Let's take the road less traveled, up and through. I grapple to the office floor, but delve deep into the labs. Labs are my jam, I say go for it. Okay, I trust your judgment on this one. And once you get back, I'll start folding some jeans and push my cancer research forward. After a good night's sleep, you mean? Right, after some sleep. Meanwhile, I'll keep the line open if you need anything. The heist! Fortuna Nutrichemicals looks almost peaceful at night. Oh, it's still pumping massive amounts of climate-destroying chemicals into the air. But at least most of the lights are off, only a few cars in the parking lot. I shouldn't run into too many late workers. Oh! I should explain something before we start heisting. Okay, it's the crimer rating. Gibson peeks out of my backpack as I size up the task ahead of us. Are you sure we're up to this one, Penny? I would have liked to get my paws on their security systems before we made our attempt. Come on, Gib, we've done more with less in the past. Yeah, but you don't even have a kite clearance badge. You're doing more with way less. You trust my skills and I trust yours. We've got everything we need. Okay, whiskers crossed then. I pull out my mother's grappling gun, carefully aiming for the roof. Aim and timing are key. The roof is absolutely lousy with vents pumping toxic chemicals into the air. Bonnie's private office is on the corner, the farthest point from the gas, giving me some protection. But the faster I get in, the better. I zip the magnetic hook up, neatly snarling around the corner of the building. Then take a deep breath and winch myself up. I work quickly, slapping a glass cutter into place, twisting the sharpened tip into a neat circle. Damn it, this is some thick glass, thicker than the glass on the front doors. What the hell? Hold on, not long. Gotta get inside. Faster, scrape faster, damn you. Running out of breath. Everything's getting darker. Got it. I reach through the hole in the glass, undo the latch, yank the window up, swing in, and slam it closed again. And wake up Bonnie, who's probably asleep in this office, because I don't think she goes home for the night. Then stuff one of Bonnie's dolls into the hole to seal it up. That was a wee bit too close for comfort. But I'm in, and as predicted, no Bonnie. Okay, good, excellent. We're good! Except for the fact that someone is clearly in the office next door to this one. Two someone, specifically, very aggressively agreeing with each other while moving furniture around. Oh, I get it. People forking. Kinda ashamed I didn't recognize the melodious sounds of copulation right away. This would be the two-pump chump that Bonnie mentioned, Susan and the CFO. Wonderful. Frickin' wonderful. Well, now what? I want to get out of the office, I need to walk out in full sight of the open doorway. Can't afford to lose time. If anyone spots the broken window, they'll know someone's up here. He won't be long. That's assuming Bonnie's right. Can't say for sure given she's not in puberty yet and using naughty secondhand gossip as a source. But I wait by the open door anyway, listening for the CFO's ongoing progress in his work task. Really? That's it? Again? You're lucky I like my salary bonus. I feel bad for this guy, but he's cheating on his wife, so, like, reap what you sow, right? And as a dissatisfied Susan struts out of his office, rearranging her skirt as she heads for the exit. Grumbling away, the CFO closes his door so he can mope in private, giving me the perfect opportunity to move. Finally, we arrive at, crap, why are all the lights on? Why are all the machines going whir and clank and ping? Well, that one's just the machine that goes ping. No one should be working right now. Drat. There's a small team of scientists spread out throughout the room. Can't believe I'm working here this late because a damn train derailed. It'll only poison maybe 10% of that town. Who cares? We could have settled out of court. Let's just finish synthesizing the antidote and then we can all go home. Heads down, keep working. If they spot me while I'm crossing this expansive lab, or if I touch the wrong thing and get poisoned, well, I'm hosed. I could go back, considering I passed through the prior area neat and clean, but that also ramps up the risk of being caught. Better to find a way forward than double the traversal time of this caper. I stay tucked away behind a workstation, pondering my options. Oh, hang on. I can call Isaac in on this. Which train derailment in particular? Yeah, thank you! Thank you for that, yes! I tap my comms to establish the link and whisper quietly across the airwaves. Gibson's giving me an audio-visual feed right now from your location. You need a way past those guys, right? I guess I should be happy they're even making an attempt at cleaning up their mess, given how many companies don't bother, but... Righteous indignation later. Science help now. What do I do here? Okay, so don't try to go up and over. The ventilation in here looks like shirt. Lots of fumes lingering by the ceiling. Damn, I was hoping that'd be an option. Rappel up there and climb across. Yeah, no, trust me. Also avoid those green canisters marked safe. But they're safe. Not according to the corrosion I'm seeing at the base. Someone mixed up the labels. I hate to say it, but I think your best bet is to cause a situation. Don't risk wandering around in here, just distract and run. What's this? Dr. Mayhem is advising. Mayhem? Home away from all... I mean... Two Flower, if you care to show up more, I don't mind. Like, this is not a weird situation, but I definitely do not demand that you set up camp in my stream. Mayhem as my boss helps a lot here. Indeed. Mayhem as my boss is the primary reason I picked the labs. He offered help with the science, and he is coming through. Controlled mayhem, scientific mayhem. Anyway, good luck. Hopefully you know what to do to make this work. Of course, I could risk doing a little stealth action sneakery instead of a distraction play, while avoiding the green stuff. What do you think? No, I'm with his battle plan. Like, he offered a suggestion, and I'm gonna roll with it. I just need something I can toss across the room. That'll be enough to get me where I need to be. So, with a shrug, I grab an empty glass flask, judge my throwing arc, and let the thing fly. It works! The small team of scientists look up as the flash shudders against a distant table. It immediately causes a roaring green flame to burst into existence as it triggers some sort of science problem. Hark! Extinguishers now! I believe that's my cue to run. While they're busy putting out the fire, I'm sprinting across the room like a bullet train, heading straight for the security gate. The hell was that? Spontaneous combustion? I could have been a dentist, but no! Mom said the real money was in biochemistry. Okay, one of you flip the sign to 0 days since our last accident. Then let's freaking finish this job so we can leave. Oh, I do feel bad for them, but... green fire! We did some warlock shit here today, and I'm proud. You know, normally causing a huge mess like that is a strike against me with the crime algorithm, but I got away with it. That's all that matters. Next up, a beefy-looking security gate leading to material storage. Unfortunately, all I have is this nearly useless cookie bag. No gumdrops for me. But I have the next best thing. A hacker kitty. Fancy Feast, you're up. Get us through this door. I stick a cable from his implant against my cookie card, then slot it in the reader. Oh, wow. This is more complicated than I thought it'd be. Time's ticking, buddy. Can you get us in? Working on it. Working on it. Meow, we're in. Not quite as quick and clean as I'd like, but whatever. Results matter. And at long last, we have arrived at sensitive material storage! Ta-da! No guards in sight, even better. Not sure why the most important room in the building is basically empty, but fine by me. I still take my time, stealthily moving to the center of the facility, where the big chunkers are stored. Hang on. I see the crate with all the chocolate in it, but the elaborate and extremely lethal laser fence isn't active? Oh wait, the smoke machine Bonnie used to illuminate the beams isn't active. Without that, the lasers are invisible. So I pluck a smoke bomb from my backpack, a standard issue when you're a cat burglar. Take aim and toss it at the crate. Yep, there it is, still active and actively deadly. Gibson peeks out of my bag, looking dazzled. Oh no, Gibson. Do not catch the lasers, Gibson. I believe in you, buddy. So many laser pointers. Must chase. Gibson, no! Settle down, Gib. These lasers pack a punch. Chase him and it's the last glowy dot you'll ever catch. Okay, I'll try to contain myself. You do have a plan for how to get through these, right? Of course. I spot the incredibly overworked power strip everything's connected to, walk over to it and yank the plug from the wall. You have got to be kidding me! That's it? The entire laser grid of doom was running off a $7 surge protector from Amazing.com? I'm thinking the company only set this junk up to keep Bonnie from throwing a tantrum. Not exactly their best work. I'm not sure if I should be relieved or insulted by this situation. I'll choose relief. Onward! With that settled, I stride up to the crate and pop it open. Oh no, it's empty. No, it's actually packed with chocolate. Delicious chocolate. 6 bars worth of sugar and corporate secrecy. Oh, is this a small cake or are these big bars? Small cake? Small crate. I scoop them up, dump them in my backpack, and get ready for the long hike back home. Stop right there, thief! Oh crap. I got you. Caught you red-handed. I knew you were a thief. Knew it. You're that new hire I was showing around the place, aren't you? What the heck? How did you know? Because I'm smart. You kept asking all sorts of questions about stuff and demanding to go get your badge. Yeah, like an employee would do. I tried to tell the security guys you were planning a heist, but they laughed at me. Said I was making it all up. Well, who's laughing now? I caught the mask. I'm a superhero. I caught you, me. I did that, and now... Hey, don't walk away while I'm gloating. Besides, you can't escape. Look where you're standing. Curious, I glance down to see I am indeed standing on an X spot drawn on the floor in pink chalk. Oh no! By cartoon law, I am forbidden from stepping off the X. She's really got me dead to rights. You've fallen right into my trap. Behold, the Zappinator! What? From the shadows, an enormous freaking energy blaster the size of a horse descends, aimed directly at me. Is that the shrink ray from that one case, resized and repurposed? I love it. I love that. Good use of assets. Surprised? I'm 11 billion steps ahead of you, thief. You thought you could take my chocolate and get away with it. I've got news for you. I've already won. All I have to do is push the button on this remote, and energy coils will begin discharging. Once complete, they will discharge, turning you into... I don't know what it'll turn you into, but I bet you won't like it one bit. So after you push the button, I get zapped. That's the process? Yep, and I'm gonna push it right about now. And I casually step out of the way before the beam fires. You can't do that, Penny. Penny, what are you doing? Oh right, she's a criminal. She gets to violate the rules. Funny how I keep forgetting that. Hey, no fair. You moved. That's cheating. You're supposed to stand on the X. Oh, sorry. You want me to, like... Yes, like that. Right there. Stand right there. And I push the button, and... Oh, come on. You're not doing it right. Useless, Zappinator. Useless. But that doesn't matter. I've still got kill saws and robots and attack drones and she mashes buttons on her remote control, which promptly does nothing whatsoever. Where are my kill saws and robots and attack drones? I think I get it. After making them install a Zappinator, you asked your security team to add even more stuff? And they said, sure, Bonnie, we'll get right on that, didn't they? It's junk! It's all junk! It's all useless junk! Okay, so while you're trying to figure out how Death Trap is supposed to work, I think I'm gonna, like, go. Dr. Doofenshmirtz hasn't been a proper villain since he left to go be on, Milo Murphy's Law. I don't even think he builds Inators anymore. Tragic. He was kind of an inspiring figure, but... See you around, kid. No fair! No fair! You're taking my chocolate, you bully! You're a bad, bad person. And I can't stop you, can I? I'm useless too. Just like the Zappinator. And I pause after getting 2 steps toward freedom, turning back to see Bonnie in genuine tears. I don't know! I don't know what I'm supposed to do! It's my company! I'm supposed to run the company! That's what Mom and Dad wanted me to do! But I can't do anything, I'm too little. And now you took my chocolate! And I can't do anything to stop you, I'm so useless! You know, we don't want the chocolate, we just want the wrappers. Is that an option? With a sigh, I walk back over to her. Have a seat, kid. Come on, take a load off, let's talk. Gibson passes me a handkerchief from his padded nest. I offer it over to Bonnie, who spectacularly honks her nose into it and wipes at her eyes. So I'm gonna need your help with this one. I can't say I had a healthy childhood, so I'm not sure how best to help her through this. Oh, yes! Turn it over to your Aunt Zivy, paragon of a great childhood. What do you suggest? Oh, emotional support cat. Kitty. Deploy the kitty. Let's try for a good end, not an honest end. Fair. But I am gonna supply the kitty. I've got just the thing to help you feel better, Bonnie. An emotional support cat. A what? And on cue, Gibson peeks out. Strong security measures require a solid blueprint, regular maintenance, and continuous upgrades to stay on top of modern techniques. I think you've got the basis for a good security system here, it just needs fine-tuning. The badging system is a start, but the gates are too easily hacked, and your staff needs more training to identify bad actors. Okay. I said emotional support, not emotional OPSEC. But if you put your mind to it and do the research, I bet you can lock this place down tighter than Fort Knox. Yeah, but I meant like you could cuddle with her a bit and give head pats and help her feel happy and stuff. I'm a digital apex predator, not a plush toy. Kitty! And she offers head pats anyway. But the burst of joy is short-lived. I don't know how to do any of those things. I can't make this place secure and stuff. I'm just a kid, I'm not a hero, or even a corporate tycoon. I can play at those things, but I'm just a kid. Oh crap, only one way I can think of to clear up now. I withdraw one of the big chonkers, unwrap it, and offer her the chocolate treat. For me? For you. It's yours, isn't it? You deserve to enjoy it. Forget about shareholder value and just, enjoy being a kid for a bit. She tentatively takes the bar and nibbles it. And promptly takes a huge bite after. You like it? I like it. I shouldn't eat this. I should be a responsible company owner. But I don't really own the company, do I? Mom and Dad gave it to me in their will, but the company adopted me, the C-suite owns me, so they own the company. They do all the everythings. What am I supposed to do? I try to live up to what Mom and Dad wanted from me, but I just can't do it. Nobody respects me. They know I'm just a kid. I was just a kid when my parents died, too. You lost your parents, too? Yeah, and they expected me to carry on the family legacy after they were gone. We're kind of in the same boat, Bonnie. I'm Penny Larceny of the Larceny crime family. I was told right from the beginning that I'd be a world-class thief. But that's all a high expectation, honestly too high. I'm not even half the thief my mother was, and I'm trying my hardest. We're both struggling to live up to who they told us to be. But you know what? This is good advice. This is honest advice. I'm throwing it out to you guys. Does anybody have a suggestion here? My heart is warm, but my advice is impractical. I always think it's best just to be a kid. Yeah. We must adopt her. I don't think that's legal. I don't care if it's legal. I don't think it's plausible. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell her to be a kid. Yeah, we have kind of a crap apartment. You're a kid, you're right about that, and it's enough. It can be enough to just be a kid. Corporate tycoon, superhero, maybe. Or maybe something else. You can do anything, really. You've got years and years to figure it out. So don't feel rushed, okay? Don't feel pressured. One day you could run Fortuna Nutrichemical. Or you might not. Who knows? But I'm supposed to... It's too soon to decide who you're supposed to be. Just focus on schoolwork and having fun and being a kid. It's enough. Okay? No need to cry. You're good. You're doing good. Okay. I can be a kid. It's not exactly an inspiring statement. Her mood isn't soaring with joy or anything, but it shut down the waterworks. I'll call it a win. She's happy. I'm happy. We both got big, big shoes to fill. Loved ones lost and family names to carry forward, and I need to be asking myself the same questions. Isaac would definitely say I should turn away from my family legacy, abandon a life of crime. Maybe I could do that, maybe. I don't know. Until I know what I want for certain, I'm gonna be the best mask I can be. So with that said, may I please have your permission to take these chocolates? With all respect to you and your wishes, Miss Fortuna. Okay. You have my permission. Thank you for saying please, it's the magic word. Yeah, Isaac's case would be the one where we ask permission to steal something. If I own that chocolate, that means I can give it to a friend, and you're my friend now. So you can have it. Score? Thank you. That's very nice of you, Bonnie. Okay, I need to get going. Hopefully I gave you something to think about. Which is when security finally figures out something fishy is going on, and we are immediately surrounded. Step away from the brat and put your hands up, criminal scum. Well, fuck. Gotta make an exit. How do I get out of this? But Bonnie grabbed a smoke bomb from my backpack, holding it high. Today I'm a supervillain! And she hurls the bomb at her feet, resulting in a huge cloud that allows me to grapple gun my way out of there. You know what? The kid's alright. And according to their financial news, the board voted 9-3 in favor of grounding with no video games or cartoons for a week. Bonnie was reported to say, worth it. I like that kid. She's messed up, but we're all a little messed up, aren't we? I'm glad my impulses were correct and she did not go, full murder child on me. I'm sure there's a way to fuck that entire encounter all the way up. And she gave me these fine chocolates, which I shall now give to you. Forget the candy, I just want the wrappers. You can keep the snacks. But be sure to brush your teeth after. Yes, Daddy. If you're in a romantic relationship with him, do you get the yes, Daddy line? I kind of want to find that out now. He checks the wrappers one by one until he finds the genetic algorithm he's looking for. Hey, Dirt. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Me. Exactly what I ordered. I'm the doctor in this scenario. Right. This is gonna push my research further than ever before. I've got you to thank for that, Penny. Good work. I think we're off to a good start. It's nice having a master to work with that understands my ambitions. Soon the world will realize the error it made in turning its back on me. Meaning world domination and making fools pay for crossing you. Bonnie was gonna be a 20-something WT than an Eagle Willy Wonka. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, for a moment there I was thinking of Cats Don't Dance. And then later, Baby Doll from Batman, the animated series. There's a few archetypes my brain went through, and happily she managed to, you know, sort of crush straight through the middle and be her own person. Of course not. I mean, relax, dude. I know what you mean, and I'm good with doing good. Oh, right. I still have to do your primer payout. Hang on a minute. We both take out our phones to confirm the transaction. Total payday minus service fee, minus convenience fee, minus overhead charges, minus finder's fee, service charge, yada yada. Hell, that's all I earned after my hard work. Primer took nearly 85%. I did a pretty damn good job on that caper. Okay, I can see the fast forward button lit up, so we're just gonna be talking about, like, the Primer take, I think. Not up to me. Primer picks your pocket and mine. The service fees I have to pay to work with you are ridiculous. This is barely enough to cover Gibson's medical bills. I know a doctor who can help you. One who won't charge an arm and a leg. I'll make some calls. Look, maybe you can't get stinking rich off Primer, but keep working with me, and I'll see what under-the-table benefits and bonuses I can wrangle. We'll figure something out, okay? So, can I expect more contacts from you and Primer? Sure, works for me. I'm liking this guy. He's got a good head on his shoulders. I can see us making a long-term thing. Unfortunately, that is not the route we're going with. What do you think? A big smile doesn't make up for his bad prospects and anger. Well, he's a good friend to have. I can't dunk on him. I'll be seeing you around then. Penny, Larceny, and Dr. Mayhem make a good team. Glad you agree. See you, Penny. Long day, long night, but a productive caper all in all. Can't wait to see what comes next. Alright, that netted us a shiny 3 stars. I can see where we would have gotten other stars if we had, for example, managed to upgrade our badge. So let's drop a save. We'll go back to page 1. Well, let's start on page 2, actually. I have this terrible habit of keeping, well, at least this isn't like some of the Japanese, visual novels I've played, where I make it a habit to make a save before every choice. Like, I know I'm not gonna screw myself over, although I do miss screwing myself over. I miss sending things wildly off the rails and, getting a game over, and going into the post-game over dojo where they just look at you like, what were you thinking? But, you know, that's not the kind of game this is. Anyway, here we can skip through the Gibson backstory. And Penny's backstory. Gibson, who could see you, found me on the rooftop and convinced me to embrace my life again. We don't have to go into the details again. After that, I started paying more attention to you. I learned to accept you. All 3 of us built a life. We've never really succeeded at being international supervillains, but we've done okay for ourselves, right? Had a good life. I matured into an adult with the help of Gibson and your mysterious guidance from beyond time and space. But things change. Gibson's getting older, his implants are having more and more problems. He's gonna be fine, but I hope he stays fine. I want the three of us to keep going like this as long as we can. That felt like the important part there. Just for the record, if y'all missed the first 3 episodes, well, the first route, I have the episodes up on my YouTube if you need to review all that text. And, you know, maybe I can slow down if people want me to. Anyway, let's meet our next villain, the Overmistress. We've done nothing with her so far, so this will be entirely new to me. Let's go with Lock and Key, I think. Obtain valuable secrets from a bank safety deposit box. That sounds fun. After accepting the job in Primer, I sit around waiting for an address or something to hit my inbox. And what should pull up outside this collapsing abandoned building I call home but a gosh darn limousine? Followed by a simple, "Your ride is here" message in my Primer inbox. I have no idea what voice I'm giving the Overmistress. Well, okay, riding in style or being driven off to be executed. You gotta have a little faith to get anywhere, right? It takes almost an hour for the limo to reach what I can only assume is called headquarters, an ancient mansion overlooking the sea. I'm led to a sitting parlor by those creepy, mumble-mouthed robe cultists, and left waiting with them looming over me for a good 15 minutes before the lady of the house arrives. Yes, I can see that. You may go. Third blood omen, I would speak with Miss Larceny alone. She is in my personal employ, and thus my business alone. I'll not hear any further debate on this subject. Now be gone! With the cultist departing, the Overmistress heaved a sigh of relief. Such a bother. My apologies for my late arrival, Miss Larceny. I was busy with paperwork for an upcoming charity event gala. You throw charity balls? The Doomsday Cult is in the charity game? The powerfully wealthy elite of this world always indulge heavily in philanthropy. It provides a smoke screen of credibility. And even she is hitting us with the 2 real left-right. Hi, Overmistress. Good to see ya. Good to meet ya. Besides, the galas really are quite enjoyable. Fine music, fine wine, fine company, and various side benefits. Although arranging them requires endless boring conversations with world leaders and corporate busybodies. Accumulating in being late to this meeting, so my apologies again. Don't you have 11 billion minions to do that sort of mundane work for you? I was figuring an Overmistress would spend her time entirely on pleasure and amusement, not policy and procedures. Oh, if only. Would that I could spend all my hours playing violin and reading literature. Alas, my duties as Overmistress demand I handle various protocols and rituals myself. And last time I tasked a minion to handle such matters, somehow our charity gala ended up becoming a blood choir. What's a blood choir? Think of it like karaoke night, but with more nice play. To tell the truth, I was thankful for the inevitable heroic interruption which halted that particular event before things got truly messy. Even if the public relations cleanup efforts afterward took longer than it would have taken me to arrange the event myself. I doubt I'll have such issues with you. I'm looking forward to working with someone outside the cult for a change. Huh. Is she hoping we'll be super clean and precise? Because, like, you and I both know that's not always possible. I think she'd be happy if we're just a little less nice. Like, if our first resort isn't stab. So, no murder sprees. Got it. Precisely, I'm glad you understand. I do not demand perfection, and honestly, the thrill of the steal is rather exciting. I want you to enjoy the man. I desperately need adventure in my life, Miss Larceny, and through you I hope to experience some by proxy. Yeah, this line of work can get pretty wild. If that's the kind of good time you want, well, I'm your gal. Excellent. I'd love to join you out in the field, experiencing all the thrill and danger myself. Alas, the cult would not stand for any threats to my safety. Thus, I must remain behind and only imagine the fun. Don't worry, Gibson's got a good comm system. He'll be linked in with me during the job. Oh, Gibson's the talking cat I mentioned in my Crimer profile. He's an ultra hacker. I think you'll like him. Splendid. And upon your successful return from these capers, we can celebrate. Wouldn't that be pleasant? Oh, you mean the sexy celebrate and not the knifey celebrate, right? Be clear. When you say celebrate, do you mean saxophone music and plenty of lube, or my heart on a stone altar? Oh, the former, not the latter. The music and lubricant, I mean. We don't practice human sacrifice anymore. Anymore, as in... Well, the cult extends back centuries. But things were more common in unenlightened ages, unfortunately. These days, we're far more focused on other indulgences. The less brutal ones, lust being a key element. And we absolutely practice safe sense of consenting partners. I'm extremely insistent upon that point. I know a doom cult orgy can be a bit extra, so your participation is entirely up to you. Cool, just making sure. We'll see if I'm up for it when we get there. Oh, I take it the many-faceted one is totally down with all this hanky-panky? Who's to say? It hasn't spoken to anyone in 1,000 years. But tradition dictates acts of human decadence in its name. The Sanguinomicon is filled with various rituals to embolden the tantric aspect of deepest shadow. Or as we call it here, Thursday. Hey, I'm just looking in the background here, and that may in fact be the same dude we saw floating over the earth in the previous ending. So, it's good to know that is indeed the same many-faceted one, or a facet of the many-faceted one. Actually, her dress kind of looks the same. Oh, is she cosplaying? Okay, cool. Followed by the deep shampooing of the carpets, or as we call it here, Friday. Oh, that makes it sound kind of boring, actually. I do enjoy decadence, don't get me wrong. I was raised to be accustomed to opulent luxury. But truthfully, I'm looking forward to our work together more than yet another hedonistic social gala. Well, now that we know where we both stand, shall we discuss matters of crime? Ready to rock, my overmistress. Then let the games begin! Mission briefing. We should have just enough time to get through casing tonight, I think. Tell me, have you any experience at robbing banks? Oh, sure, seriously? Hell yeah, I know how to rob banks. In fact, I've done it twice. Both times with my parents, who did all the work, to be honest. It was kind of a bring your kid to work day, participation trophy, hang crayon art on the fridge sort of level of effort. But I know the plays, I know the moves, I can do this, and it's high time I robbed a damn bank myself. This is exactly what I need to become a major world-class math. How much money do you need? What's the bank we're hitting? And what's my budget for vault-cracking tools? What about team building? Can I hire a grizzled British mercenary guy who secretly has a heart of gold under his roughest exterior? I just need a safe deposit box opened. Just a box? That's it? No impregnable vault which has never been cracked before? Containing untold fortunes and gold bullions and bearer bonds? Just one particular safe deposit box, that's all. And I'd rather you not hire a team of lovable misfits who you can bond with through shared struggle and challenge. It sounds costly. Oh. Would it help if I said the box was down south in proximity to Marvelous Mouseland? You could take a quick vacation. Nah, not as fun as really robbing a bank vault. But I can be professional about this. Give me the details so I can do thy bidding and stuff. I've recently discovered that my predecessor, the overmistress that trained me for my role, secured a cache of documents. Approximately 1,000 miles away, far from the nexus of cult power. Curiously, she opened the account in my real name, Kiara Taylor. Oh shit, one mission with her, we're on a first name basis. Well, a real name basis. Oh hey, that's a pretty name. Why, thank you. I suspect this was intended to be for me, and kept far, far away from the cult's eyes and ears. Oh, you're thinking it's secret stuff. Possibly, maybe, it's uncertain. The fact that she kept the cult from learning about it is curious indeed. Unfortunately, I have no key for the box. I could raise a fuss and try to gain access in my name, but making noise draws attention to you, and if the box holds secrets, you don't want the cult noticing. Precisely, therefore I require my lovely thief. I realize this is a bit less exciting than you'd hoped for, but would you kindly fly over there and retrieve my mentor's property? Say no more. Even a small bank robbery is still a bank robbery. But it'll be nice to get a solo bank job under my belt. I'll be there and back before you know it. Always kind of fun when I get to fly somewhere for a caper. My overmistress even sprang for first-class seats. I got all the legroom I could want and fancy cocktails with little umbrellas. Flying is great, for me at least. Panda Bear to fancy feast, do you copy? Over. Panda Bear, I copy. This sucks. Over. Don't worry about people overhearing us talking openly about crime on comms. I'm real good at whispering and the jet engine is loud. Sorry we had to put you in a cat carrier. Usually we get you categorized as an emotional support animal, but the TSA wasn't buying it this time. Oh, I don't mind. Just rattling and banging around here in the dark, with dozens of suitcases haphazardly tossed in here with me. I know this caper's rough on you, but I promise it'll be worth it for us. We're walking in my family's footsteps, in a long line of bank robbers. I'll do my mother proud today with my first solo bank heist. My first tag team bank heist, I mean. You can take the credit. The flight stinks, but afterwards I get to chill in the motel room playing support while you do all the work. So what's the game plan? How do we break into the vault? I haven't settled on a plan yet. We need to case the joint first. But I know a few things that won't work. The legal owner of this box is dead, so we could file paperwork to have it transferred. Climb a mountain of bureaucracy, which is boring and it'd take weeks to set up. We could crack into the vault at night, but that's like the entire reason vaults exist, to make a quiet break-in impossible. And I guess there's good old-fashioned daytime armed robbery, but we aren't that desperate. Yeah, charging in with a gun and making demands isn't our style. You only do that when you got no options left. We'll figure out something else once we get there. We can take our time with this. We've got a few days booked at the hotel. Okay, think I'll cat and yap a bit while waiting for the plane to land. See you on the other side. I've got a good feeling about this trip. Sunshine, clear skies, relaxed atmosphere, classic capers, and a chance to live up to my mother's legacy. Thank fault, here we come. One day after settling in, I hop a rideshare to the bank. Just an ordinary one, a fancy getaway rideshare costs too much. I made arrangements to open a safe deposit box of my own so I can get an inside peek at the facility. But arrived with plenty of time to kill before my scheduled appointment with a bank clerk, meaning I have plenty of time for casing the joint. This particular bank is on the ground floor of a standard multi-story office complex, buried in a downtown cluster. It stands as an ocean of air conditioning amid a blazing hot state that's likely doomed in the years ahead as a climate shift. Assuming one winter storm doesn't come along and knock its privatized power grid out for months, resulting in riots and anarchy. Wow. The waiting room of the bank has plenty of posh chairs, nice plants, and desks for financial advisors. Very mundane, very corporate. One thing I do wonder about is how this game will age. But unfortunately, I suspect that all the problems we're facing now will also be problems we're facing in 5 years, 10 years, just with different faces, different corporations, different states plastered onto the front. Thankfully, there's just enough movement of banking customers in and out to cover me as I spilt the place and chat on my comms. And I even bought one of my mom's old fancy bank robbery checklists. All sorts of great things I can do to prepare for the heist. Won't have time to scratch everything off the list, but that's okay. We'll prioritize choices for the task at hand. If this ain't... yeah. That sounds like an incredible problem to have. I wish you the best of luck in having that problem. I wish all of us the best of luck in having that problem. Those problems. So many problems. Problems for everybody. I want problems always. I pull the list up on my phone, ready to go. What do we take care of first? Alright. Bank truck times? I don't see bank truck times being a big priority if we're just here to get a safety deposit box. Likewise, I don't see local newspapers being a big thing. I do think we should hack the security cameras. That's like priority 1. Loretta Larceny's Guide to Bank Robbery, Item 5. Hack into the security camera network. Always a good step in any criminal endeavor. Dad was great at running the control of security systems. Mom and I could waltz into a lockdown facility without hitting a single alarm. As for here and now... Stand about a fancy feast, I need some hacker cat shenanigans. Okay, what do you need? Security cameras, take them over, make them show what we want them to show, and erase any trace of whatever here. Sure thing. I'll need a week. A week? I need to research the security system, find or develop a zero-day exploit, locate an infiltration point to upload it, verify there are no cloud backup systems, disable those if I find any, and wipe footage from any nearby traffic cameras as well. I thought you could just, tap, 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 and we're in, and magical computer hacking complete. Penny, this is a bank. They are hardened with layers of security specifically designed to stop robberies. Some generic office building or other public facility, you can find holes in the armor easily. But this place is designed for armor. Can I do it? Absolutely. Can I do it immediately? No, not unless you want it, not even half-assed. An eighth-assed at best. My dad could have done it faster. He was dealing with systems from 15 years ago. Plenty of banks hadn't upgraded to HD cameras or network video storage. These cameras are still black and white, but they're fully modernized otherwise. That makes them tougher to beat. Honestly, crime was easier during the heyday of the Larceny clan. In hindsight, I probably should have done research on this sooner to give him more lead time. Damn, what now? Do we really need the well... our boss is the overmistress, and she is... pretty liquid with cash. Maybe we should... call and ask permission to stick around. The overmistress can certainly afford it. But I'm being rated on Crimer by how thrifty I can be, and efficiency is never a bad thing. I prefer to get this done in the original weekend span we planned on. Yeah, that's fair. Mommy does have the bag, but unfortunately... our check comes through the mail. If we're doing this quickly and while the cameras are running, let's strike some possible plans. That's fine, I'll adjust. Okay, we're gonna spin this in full grifting, confidence scheme, undercover mode. Design the plan entirely around looking like an ordinary customer, not a cause for alarm. I can work with this. And, sorry to compare you to Dad. I don't mean to downplay your skills, kid. You're an important part of this. It's okay, I didn't take it personally. I know you missed your parents. This whole adventure is a way to reconnect with your masked heritage. I get that. I'm not doing a great job of it. That mom would have had a complete plan before even walking in the door. Not as quick as her. Penny! Did you... Were your mom and dad raccoons by any chance? Did you work for, the Cooper family? Hey, don't sell yourself short. You're sneaky, you're tricky, you're clever, you have a different approach to crime. You don't have to be her to make her proud. Yeah, you're right. As much as I want to carry on the family tradition, I don't have to do it the same way. Okay, we'll find another way to rob this place without needing a single camera hacked. It's the spirit, we can do the thing. Buzz me if you need me for anything else. Didn't make much headway into planning with that little diversion, but at least now I know what not to do. What's next from the list? I was ruling out the newspapers and the bank truck time, but maybe we'll need them. Let's check the newspapers. Loretta Larceny's Guide to Bank Robbery, Item 2. Check local newspapers. Get a feel for what's happening in the area lately. Are local newspapers really a thing anymore? Do they exist? I could just do a social media search. Oh, hey, actually there's a newspaper right here in the bank's waiting area. What luck. Let's see, what is happening in this town lately? High as the mid-90s. Industrial zoning to plan. Governor signs new anti-woke policy against criticism of American culture. cattle rustler terrorizes downtown market area. What's his problem? We don't even have cows. And a lot of lorem ipsum, which is fine. Oh, $2.50. Wow. Bargain. Civvies look at these headlines and see a bunch of boring junk. I see a rich gold mine of information that will benefit a world-class thief. Even the weather report's useful. Rain tomorrow? That makes tomorrow the best time to hit the bank. Fewer people around. Some local mask harassing the shops, the area? Okay, that's good. Maybe we can leverage that. If something goes wrong, we find a way to pin our crime on this cattle rustler character. Not a lot of honor among thieves, honestly. I don't think we can do much with this Governor Spans anti-woke law headline, though. They even spelled governor right. Okay, I didn't notice that. I'm looking right at both examples, and I can't see the difference. Am I dyslexic? Look at this pile of garbage talking point buzzwords. What does it even mean, aside from everything we disagree with exactly? Just a bunch of pointlessly distracting yammering about school bathrooms and drag shows and subversive librarians. Nothing useful for my okay, thank you. Nothing useful for my robbery. I could always hide our crime behind some gonzo political motivation, but let's not plant false flags and make things worse. The state's already a living hell for queer people. If we throw more shade at them, or worse yet, claim our crimes in their name, that's bad. Wait a minute. It's an acronym? What is it an acronym for? Let's see. It stands for World of Correct Education with a K instead of a C. That means it's the anti-World of Correct Education law? The anti-World of Correct Education sounds like an Umineko thing. Like, I'm sending you to the anti-world. Look, I'm not part of the apparently god-tier brain trust that came up with that hot nonsense. I can't explain it either. And I suspect the vagueness is the point. If you could actually define something objectively, it would leave wiggle room for escape. That's enough news. I'm starting to get paper cuts from flipping through the things. Anyway. I have no idea how people read these gigantic, clunky, annoying things every single morning back in the 4 times. A world without internet? Not a world I want to live in. I mostly just read the comics. Okay, what's next from the list? Let's check upstairs. Find alternate access routes, which is a fancy way of saying see if you can enter the vault through the ceilings, the floors, or the walls. The Hole in the Wall gang in Vegas did this play all the time. Not every vault is a perfectly secured cube of steel or concrete. And since this vault is conveniently on the first floor of a multi-floor commercial complex, there's a good chance for second-story work. Can't hurt to duck out of the bank just long enough to see what's directly above it. I walk past a law office and a pawn shop and a few empty stalls to find an inner courtyard and an elevator leading up. One quick trip later, and I'm in. A gutted-out space of empty shops with few walls, doors, or windows. Just oodles of empty temporary drywall. A passing worker pushing a cart full of tools notices my approach and stops me. Sorry, this floor is off limits. Apparently there was a very localized hurricane last week. And the storm only hit one floor of the building? Don't know what to say. Maybe Captain Infinity takes the first floor. I'm a worker, I just go where the app says to go. Wouldn't be the first job site where I had to do cleanup after some mass wrecked the place with a weird science gun. Okay, quit plans to verify before I get booted out of here. Space above the vault isn't developed, but I can still see a solid chunk of concrete where it should be. Slightly different color from the flooring. I won't be breaking in this way, not without a full crew and some seriously heavy tools. I guess my dentist moved locations without telling me then. Typical. Sorry for the bother, I'll get out of your hair. But before I escape, I slip a small battery-operated drill from his tool cart, the moment he glances away. Won't bust through a concrete floor, but you never know when you need a very speedy, very loud lockpick. Hey, ours is the drill that will pierce the safe deposit box. You can go a long way with just a drill. Back to the bank lobby. Maybe this will be the route we take in the eventual cave troll, but for now it's off limits. What's next on this list? It'll pierce the heavens? I'm not aiming that high. I'm just hoping for it'll pierce the first floor safe deposit box. guards area, or I'm taking a risk on the truck times. I can't see how it could possibly help us, which means it could be the very thing that saves our lives. Or, not. Learn the schedule of bank trucks. The vault in any local bank branch isn't meant to be the final resting place for wealth. It's a transitional storage facility. Money comes in, money goes out routinely, using armored cars and transports. Hitting one of those takes a very different skill set. But we're not after the cash, we're after the safe deposit boxes, which do stay put. Meaning studying the trucks is not actually a very useful step. It's on Mom's list, but it's not really applicable to this caper. But the truck schedule would still be handy in another way. It'll show when we shouldn't pull this caper off. Guards will be on high alert during a transfer, so we need to hit this place in heist mode between trucks. Yeah, that's better than what I was thinking. I was thinking escape vehicle. Question is, what's the schedule? If I sat around a week watching the place, I could learn it myself, but I want to wrap this up soon. Why not let another mask do the legwork and piggyback off them? See if anyone knows the schedule and be willing to share. Right, we're off to Crimer. Pull open the Crimer app on my phone, loading the social network tab, and checking who's currently online from my friends list. Not him, not them, absolutely not her. Ah, he's local to the state, known for bank jobs, and only a few minutes AFK. Perfect. I send a DM. Hey, Ethereal Eddie, good to see you. Are you making fun of me? Good to see you. Seriously. Sorry, Eddie, I didn't mean it that way. It's fine, I'm used to it. Everybody just overlooks me or looks right past me or right through me. Whatever, it's fine being invisible and intangible. I'm fine, everything is fine. What do you want? You never call unless you want something. Nobody ever calls unless they want something. Maybe I called to see how you're doing? To ask how you're doing? Fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine! And to ask if you knew the pickup schedule of the downtown branch of Samson National Banking. So you do want something from me, typical. Maybe I know, maybe I don't. What's it to you? Look, I sympathize with the guy. He's been completely invisible since his lab accident. But he's just so annoying. Help me out here. Well, information trade. Favor for favor. Tit for tat? Hey, it's not like I'm asking for a freebie. I know how this works. You help me, I help you. That's fair, right? Whatever you need, provided it's of equal or lesser value to the information, is yours. I guess that's fair. I'm sure Gibson can hack up something for me in the future. Okay. Are you planning to rob the armored trucks? They're a bit paranoid since I walked off with a few bags last month. Can't tell you what I'm stealing, client confidentiality. Huh, well, just don't poke them around 9 in the morning. That's usually when Mental Master shows up. He's their arch nemesis. This bank has an arch nemesis? Robbed 4 trucks so far. Usually steals $723 and a lollipop. Very specific about it. Why? According to him, it's because I'm mental. I keep telling him that's an ableist stereotype, but he just won't listen. Okay, so no robbing in the morning. Got it. Thanks, Eddie. Whatever. It's not supremely helpful to learn that. But hey, it's intel I didn't have before. Stay away. I figured learning the bank truck schedule would either give me a getaway vehicle or give me an idea of when not to hit the place. I got the latter. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have for casing today. My appointment with Clark is 9. I could come back and do more casing, but the ideal heist time is during tomorrow's rainstorm. Hopefully, I've prepared enough. I'll scope out their safe deposit box vault, gather as much visual intel as I can from it, then head back to the motel. A bank clerk emerges from the back to join me. Hello, apologies for the wait. How may Samson National Banking help you today? Capitalism, ho! What the heck is the matchmaker doing here? Matchmaker? Don't be ridiculous. It's a local branch of the seventh most powerful banking system in the country. That's low profile. You're at Grand Theft Auto, right? We spoke on the phone. You literally just did this one, so it's not a spoiler to pop in? That's fine. Although I am about to stop, actually. Right, I'm here about your safe deposit box service. I want to rent out a box. Why? Why? Well, it's a bit surprising. We consider the boxes to be a legacy service. Almost no one requests to rent one anymore. You are aware they aren't insured and the bank is not responsible for lost or damaged contents, correct? This isn't a very effective sales tactic. Actually, I was about to suggest we contact Mega Safe Home Security, an affiliate business of ours. I can get you a discount. Protect your valuable papers and other items with a vault installed right in your own home. Except I very specifically need to bust into a vault. I have to push for access to the boxes despite standing out. Great! Oh, let's make this weird. Let's make this so weird. Let's make her regret she asked. Ooh, I mean, yeah, it's a great play, but it's kind of brutal. I'll keep things vague to maintain a safe level of discomfort. Penny, you wimp. But I getcha. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Part of the reason I want the box is because I don't want someone in my household not to steal from me. I'd really rather not go into specifics if that's okay. Oh, my apologies, yeah, I'd be happy to help you set up a safe deposit box if that's what you need. You're not the only person out there who needs a way to neatly tuck secrets away from their family. Huh. Bit of personal information there from this otherwise generic employee. Tuck that away for possible use later. While we can't ensure the contents, I can promise no one else can access the box. Your key is required to open it in addition to ours. You'll also have privacy. No one needs to know you have an account with us. Thanks. I appreciate the discretion. I have the master key with me and the papers ready to sign. So if you'll come this way, please. She leads me past the tellers and into a back hallway, on the way to the secured vault. And that's where we're going to leave it for now. We are going to park that there and be back either tomorrow or Thursday. So, great timing, Celine. Thanks for playing. Thank you for creating. I am, having a full-on blast, by the way. It's great. I'm loving this. Let's just, take a quick mute. No, I do not want to accidentally tune into my own channel and broadcast myself over myself. Say is on now. So, we are going to raid Serious Song immediately. I am gonna dump all y'all into Serious channel, and you're gonna be their problem. I'm just kidding, I love you all. So, let me just... which one? So, Serious Song is playing Oblivion. The Elder Scrolls 4. It's Serious' first time playing this, and so far it's been hilarious. You may enjoy it, you may not enjoy it, I don't know. But that's where you're getting shuttled. So, have a good night. Have just a great night if possible. Relax, enjoy yourselves. And goodbye for now.